anyone that I've talked to that is happy about the purchasing of the land and the police station being put in that location. Not one person that I've contacted, and trust me, over the last few weeks, I've contacted hundreds and hundreds of people. So when he's talking about his reports or not coming to City Hall, I've stated before that I do watch the meetings on, watch the meetings on Channel 14. But the problem is when you go to City Hall, well, he claims that there's open government. The real dealings and the real stuff are still closed. You can watch the puppet show or whatever you want to call it, the city council meeting, but all the deals are behind closed doors. And I agree with him to an extent that when you're negotiating a contract and doing those things, you do need to be in executive session, but not all the time. And if you look at the history since he's been here, after the death of our mayor, Frank Van Buren, which I had the honor of conducting his military funeral, but since Alderman Paulson, the acting Mayor Paulson's taken over, they've had closed meetings continuously. And yet he was the one that claimed in previous administrations that there was closed government. This is the most closed government I have seen since I've been in DeKalb.
Linda, you have something else you wanted to add to that? Or?
Sure, lots.
Within reason. Give us a little short, because we want to move on to another subject.
Okay. Well, I maintain that I know a heck of a lot about the Police Facilities Planning Committee, and truly, their hands were tied. Okay? Now, when it comes to transparent government and all that, you know, I played a part in awarding the city a transparency award. Now, this came about because of certain actions that were taken by Mayor Van Buren. So I would ask Mr. Polson to tell me what all he has done to further the cause of transparent government since getting into office. But I would say, being a person who shows up to meetings and addresses city council, it is, well, okay, we'll talk about what happened at a meeting a couple of weeks ago. I had a plan for property tax relief that I wanted to float. It was the Stony Wall of Silence. And then just this past Monday, once again during ward reports, and by the way, some of us would really like to hear what's going on in the wards, but instead, during ward reports, we get lectures to our commenters, our citizen commenters, browbeating at times about how wrong they are and how much they don't know. And there's a basic lack of respect there, and that is actually one of the primary reasons that I'm running, because I'm really tired of that.
Okay, very good. Let's move on. Again, there's a lot of ground to cover. We want to make sure we get to this. This is from Lisa Wilcox. Lisa Wilcox, who has a business downtown, says, I would like to know if you intend on continuing the renewed DeKalb downtown revitalization as it is working for businesses in downtown. If you do, how would you continue to support downtown businesses during the construction? And if not, how do you intend on supporting downtown businesses? And actually, Lynn, it's your turn again to go first. So what are your feelings about that?
I could be the #1 cheerleader of Renew DeKalb, but I'm not a fan of continued acquisition of property and demolition, especially when you could take code enforcement and accomplish the same thing by condemning buildings, because once the tenants are out, the property owners have a motivation to do the demolition themselves, as we saw a couple of weeks ago in the case of 315 East Lincoln Highway. So we don't have to go in and spend millions of dollars on that. In fact, I wonder how many people you could find, how many building owners downtown you could find who are allowing their buildings to deteriorate because they're pretty confident the city's going to come by and pick up their properties and demolish them for them. And I don't think that's right. What we're talking about here is we're talking about real estate speculation. That's a business I don't want to see the city get into, especially since when was the last time a building was built in downtown DeKalb? How are you going to accomplish that? Where are the private dollars? This whole downtown revitalization is supposed to be a public-private partnership. And you can say all you want about the economy, but our economy was doing better a couple of years ago, and you still didn't see any building being done. So you're getting into the real estate speculation, you're getting into the recreation kinds of services, duplication of services. Others can do it better. That being said, I like the thought, and I've always supported putting some dollars downtown to help business owners. I do think that at this time, there does need to be a shift. There does need to be a shift more to the neighborhoods, because you can put more people to work that way, and because you don't want a sparkling downtown and crummy-looking neighborhoods. And besides that, you're going to get the support from the neighborhoods. You need to do some more bottoms-up things. There's a lot of things that are being done top-down. People resent it. We got to start in the neighborhoods. There's got to be more interaction between the council members and their neighborhoods. And so we can identify some of these problems we need to take care of. I've done a lot of walking around DeKalb. I'm kind of shocked, if I'm visiting with these neighbors in the 3rd and 4th wards, and some of their porches are deteriorating. They need some help. They need some help. We've got property taxes that are too high. We've got people out of work. We've got homes lying empty. We need to take care of our neighborhoods, too.
Okay. Paul, your feelings on the downtown revitalization?
Okay, you want me to go instead of Chris, in front of Chris again?
Oh yeah. Chris, go ahead. That's fine.
Thank you. It's common knowledge that I'm very supportive of the downtown. I continue to meet with the downtown people. I go to the Renew DeKalb meetings monthly. I go to the Celebrate DeKalb meetings monthly. 2/3 of the Renew is private. Again, that's kind of been a misconception that it's all public funded. 2/3 of the monies that go to Renew DeKalb do come from private sources. Downtown is the heart of our community, and what's been exciting for me to learn in recent weeks is that with our efforts downtown in support of these business people, in the year 2008, we actually ended up with 2 more new businesses downtown, even during these challenging economic times. We've seen a 16% increase in sales revenues from the downtown as a result of our investing in the downtown. In 2008, when we did see a slight decline in sales tax revenues in the community in general, our downtown generated actually more sales revenues than they did the year before. So, I'm very, very supportive of the downtown. I meet with the business owners. We're looking at ways that we can enhance the downtown next summer. I'm working with some of the restaurant establishments downtown to see whether or not we can get outdoor cafes. We've already started some negotiations with ways that we can change the ordinances and allow people to sit outside on a nice summer night and have a glass of wine and something to eat. I've worked with them in terms of some of the promotions downtown. I've also supported the importance of utilizing the Frank Van Buren Town Square, and in fact told them I'd be very disappointed if I didn't see a lot of activity down there where we utilize that. For us not to support our downtown and those hardworking downtown individuals is vital. We would have not been able to do that without using those tip dollars. We continue to have businesses that are looking at our downtown, and because of our tip dollars and because of our incentive packages and because of the positive attitude we have about the downtown, as opposed to being critical about it,